Hello, hello, hello. If you are out there, just say hello in the chat. We're going to start in 2 minutes. Hello, hello, hello. If you are out there, just say hello in the chat. We're going to... Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are dialing in from. Hello, hello, welcome. My name is T𝗵𝗲 𝗙𝗀𝗁𝗙𝗀, and I am the founder of futurereadyai.group. And good morning, Tara. Good morning, Polly. So this is my very first LinkedIn Live. I've never done this before. I've never used StreamYard before. I tested it last night, and there were a few glitches, so hopefully it works well. So bear with me, and thank you so much for joining. So we are here today to learn about ChatGPT 4.0 with scheduled tasks. So I'm going to get right into it. And hello, hello, Tara, Javier, Murphy. Hello, hello. All right. Thank you so much. It's so exciting. So exciting. Thanks so much for joining, everybody. All righty. So, like I said, for those of you that just joined, this is a demo. It's 30 minutes. I hope to do these every Wednesday. Fingers crossed. Let's see, for like an AI power lunch. Let's see if I can make this happen every Wednesday. This one is focused on ChatGPT 4.0 with scheduled task. So, and like I said, this is my first time using LinkedIn Live and StreamYard. I hope that you can see the slides. If you could tell me yes, that you could put yes in the chat if you can see the slides. And then I'll go ahead and get started. And there might be a little bit of a delay. So I hope you can hear me too. I'll start with a little bit about me. For those of you that don't know me, my name is T𝗵𝗲 𝗙𝗀𝗁𝗙𝗀, and I just started my business, Future Ready AI Group. And my background is in digital education. I have been in digital education for over 20 years. I have a master's from the University of Edinburgh. I also have a postgraduate certificate from Cornell in designing and building AI solutions. I'm a certified professional in talent development. I love to teach, and I love to help people figure out how to use AI to be more creative, more productive, and future-proof your career. And I'm all about driving those conversations, bridging the gap with the AI adoption. So I'm very, very excited. And thank you so much for your support and for being here today. All right. So enough about me. What are you going to learn here today? So I'm going to teach you how to use ChatGPT 4.0 with scheduled tasks. These are not agents. So I'll level set on that in just a second. But you're going to be able to automate the drudge work, the busy work, and free up your time for more creative stuff, for more fun stuff. You'll be able to identify different tasks for your role so you can delegate that to AI. And then I'll help you set it up. I'll show you how sometimes ChatGPT gets a little bit, and you've probably experienced this, gets a little confused, it hallucinates a little bit, and instead of performing the task that you've delegated, it'll delegate it to you. And it's kind of funny that it does that. So I'll show you what that looks like underneath the hood. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So some level setting, I wanted to make sure that everybody understands what it can do and what it can't do. So again, this is not an agent. These are not agents. However, this is the very first step. It's the precursor. It's a good exercise to set these tasks up so that you could start changing your mindset, preparing yourself for those more complex agentic workflows, because that's coming. It's already here. And those agentic workflows require different platforms. Sometimes those platforms require you to have a little bit of coding, although a lot of it is AI powered for you and they help you along. But this is a feature on ChatGPT that can really help you start getting into that mindset of what are the tasks that I can actually free up my time and delegate to AI. So tasks like research, reminders, content generation. I have a newsletter, AI Currents, and when I first started, it was very time consuming to do the research. I was doing the research myself, searching for books, podcasts, very, very time consuming. It would take me hours. And now with this new feature, I am able to delegate that task to ChatGPT. So it's a lightweight automation tool. You can organize personal, professional tasks. You can set up 4 tasks per hour. So in 1 hour, you can have it do 4 different things. And you can set up 10 tasks in total. And like I said, what it can't do, it's not an agent. You can't connect it to an API or to an external tool like Zapier. However, that's probably coming soon. And you can do that with ChatGPT, just not with Task. You can't add attachments, and you do need a Plus subscription to use this. All right, so moving on. So I'm not going to go through this particular slide. I'm not going to go over it step by step, but if you DM me, I will send you this deck so that you have this as a reference. This is just defining for you the difference so that you start understanding the difference between this feature, scheduled task, and AI agents, because it is very, very different. So in the interest of time, because I really want to get into the tool and demo it for you, I am going to skip over this. I will leave this for you to review. But I want to make sure that you understand the difference between agents and this particular feature. And again, I want to emphasize this is the first step. If you're just new to AI, this is the first step to start thinking, what are the tasks that for my particular role, what's my role? What are the tasks that I can delegate? Let me experiment so that you could start getting into that mindset for building those AI agents in the very near future. All right, so some audience participation. Hope this works well here. So on Monday, I did a presentation for another organization. And one of the things that we did was we had this little audience participation where I posed this question to the audience. What's one task, whether it's content creation or a reminder, that you would love to automate with task, okay, or just in general that you would love to automate? These are some of the things that people came up with. So social content creation, manage their second business. So I would love it if you all added to this so we can continue to add some more examples. And to join, all you have to do is go to menti.com. You could scan the QR code, and I hope that you can see that. Yep. You can go to menti.com, use the QR code, scan the QR code. And if you go to menti.com, just type in that code and type in your response. So I'll give you just a second to do that. And if you could just put a yes in the chat, if you can see me, hear me, if everything's going smoothly, because I have no way of knowing. I had to log out of LinkedIn. So if you could just put a thumbs up, yes, let me know that everything's going well. Awesome. I see some going in, so that means things are going well. All right. So let's see. What do we have? Um, let's see. Business planning. Yep, absolutely. Schedule my day. Absolutely, you can do that. We have job search, meditate, school functions, schedule play dates, expense reports, bill payments, reminder to exercise, network outreaching. Absolutely. Budget, plan my day. Let's see what else we got here. Industry trend research. Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thanks so much. Whoever said great so far. This is my first time doing LinkedIn Live and using StreamYard. So thank goodness it's going well so far. Please let me know in the chat if there's any issue because I would love to have that feedback. Awesome. Awesome. So, um, as you can see, there's so many different tasks. There, the drudgery, the busy work, things that we wish we could delegate. And this is a great example here. I'll share all of this with you. I also have a handout that I'm gonna, a PDF that I'm gonna share with you that has over 26 different ideas of different tasks. So I'm gonna come back to the deck here. And so basically, what you have to think about for these tasks is this is a good structure. So think of your role, and then think of what are the tasks within your role that you can delegate, and when do you want it on in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, whenever, right? So this is a good little template here. The what of your role, the task for your role, and the when. And then the how. So if you've ever heard of zero shot prompting, which is just very basic prompting, think of the what and the when. That's zero shot. If you want to get into more of a conversation flow and you want to start telling it in what format or what sources or dates, or just give it more specifics on the how that you want the information presented or the task to be carried out, you're going to use the what, when, how. Okay. And that's more of chain of thought prompting. So here's just a little example. Um, if I were to have my personal AI team, and I had these actually, and then I deleted them because I want you to see the clean landing page, and I'll demo it in just a second. But if you wanted to have a personal AI team, right, you could set up an agent, and for lack of a better word, a task of comedian to send you Seinfeld style jokes every morning at 7 a.m., right? Who doesn't want to start the morning off cheery and happy, right? Then followed by a reminder to exercise every day at 8 a.m. And then this is the one in the middle. I'm really excited about trying this one out because I am going on vacation in May. And every morning, I am going to set up a task so that I receive a daily itinerary. So I plan to tell ChatGPT to surprise me every morning with an itinerary. And I'm going to have a little bit more detail. So more of the how. Um, what are the must see sites? What are some restaurant recommendations? What are some more local type activities that I can do? So this is something that you could do, and it's pretty cool because you can also ask it to send you videos, to send you articles, updates about the weather. So there's all different kinds of things that you could do. Also, you can set up a task for learning the language, and that's something else that I am going to be doing. So every morning, send me basic phrases in whatever the language of that country that you're visiting. And you can get videos, you can get podcasts, you can get little exercises. I don't think you can practice yet. You can actually do that with the audio version with the ChatGPT voice. You can actually talk to it, and it'll give you tips for your pronunciation. And it speaks. I believe that ChatGPT speaks over 80 languages. But for the task, you can actually get articles, podcasts, videos, all different types, phrases on a daily basis, or whenever you want to set it up so that you can learn a language. And then my favorite, of course, is I have my AI guru. So every day I get updates on news, announcements. That's how I stay up to date. That's the best way to create a task so that you're getting these updates all the time. And I see a question in the chat. Is the session being recorded? Yes. So I will share the recording. I believe it will show up on your, if you attended, it'll show up on your feed, but I'm not sure because this is my first time doing this, but I will definitely share the recording with all the participants. So here's another example of work, a work AI team. So learning and development. So let's say you want to keep track of upcoming conferences. You can set up a task for that. For news, like I said, AI news. For project management, I want to stay abreast on different events, different concepts, or influencers. I can set it up to have PM articles every day, or whatever the frequency that you'd like. For marketing, for investments, you can even ask it if you're investing and you have a particular stock that you're keeping an eye on. You can ask it every day to send you information about that stock or about the market in general. So it's pretty amazing the different things that you can set up. All right, so I'm going to pause there for a minute. And if you could just put in the chat if everything's going good so far, you can hear me, you can see me. Any questions? I'll stop there for questions because we're doing good on time. All right. So here's a question for you to reflect on after this session. Think about your role and think about all of the different tasks, some of the drudgery, right? And what are, make a list, and I've created a template for you, and I'll share this with you. Make a list of those tasks. And basically, you can create your own AI team for that role, for that set of tasks, right? You can create an AI task stack. And think of it this way: can those tasks build on each other? So, for example, you create a task where you get daily AI news, followed by another task where it actually generates a LinkedIn post for you. Now, while those two tasks, those two pseudo agents, right? They're not going to talk to each other, right? However, you as the human in the loop, right? You can put that information together. So you could take a look at the daily AI news, take a look at that draft, and then consolidate that, synthesize that, and then create your own, right? And you definitely, I know that I actually feel super guilty when that's something I have to get over, when I ask ChatGPT to create some content and I always have to add my own voice. I always have to add um, my own humanity to it, because otherwise I just feel like it's cheating. I don't know. That's something that I have to get over myself. But this is something for you to think about your role and what are some tasks within your role that you can offload to ChatGPT. All right. So this is an example of a team. If you are searching for a new opportunity, you can create a team for yourself that searches for you. You can actually do a job market research, and the what would be, have ChatGPT research high demand AI jobs and skills every Monday at noon, and identify top hiring companies, most requested skills, salary trends, and include links. And here's the beauty of this: that you can tell it to be very specific. Give me resources published in 2024 or later, or only anything published in 2025 to make sure that things are recent. Make sure that you give me some job posting too, job postings as well from Indeed, from LinkedIn. It will actually share that with you. We'll actually produce that for you. So let's say you have that task at Monday at noon, and then Monday, half an hour later, you get interview prep tips and it'll send you videos. So ask it, provide AI powered interview preparation materials. Based on your industry, what are some questions? What is the STAR method response for my industry? What are some videos that from 2024 or later with expert interview tips? What are some interview platforms where I can practice my responses? So it'll give you all of this, and I'll show you. All of these tasks that I'm sharing with you, I've tested them to make sure that they actually work. And here's another tip. You can reverse engineer all of this, right? You can go into ChatGPT and you can ask it, I want to use ChatGPT 4.0 with scheduled tasks. This is my industry. This is my role. Please identify the top 5 tasks for my role. Can you generate a task stack identifying the what, the when, and the how? And it'll create these little templates for you. So these are just little tips that you could use here. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but and again, DM me and I'll send you the deck. You can also get an analysis of job descriptions. What are ATS keywords that your resume should have? One of my favorites is salary negotiation conversations. Those are always tough to have. You can have a task that every Monday while you're in that job search, you get these tips delivered right to your phone. Because by the way, when you set this up, and I'm about to go into to demo it for you, I know you're waiting for that. You get it delivered. If you have the ChatGPT app, you'll get it delivered to so you'll get a notification, you'll get a push notification, and you'll also get an email. All right, so that was one team. So this is your AI powered job search team. If you are in sales, you can build your own AI powered sales prospecting assistant, get some tips on a sales pitch, industry trends, personalized outreach templates. This one, as I've started my own business, I'm using a lot of this, a competitor analysis. It's great. It will pull all this information from the internet. That's what it's doing. So it's doing the research for you. Can you build a task for someone else? Absolutely. You can build a task for anyone. Oh, I see what you're saying. No. So you have to build it within your account, and I'll show you. But you can use these examples, use this template, and then give it to somebody else and put it in their app. So does that answer your question, Tara? So here's another example. Again, if you have a business or even just for your own self, or if you want to be more active on LinkedIn, you want to post, you can have a team, a content marketing team that you build. Generate a list of trending keywords. Focus on fill in the blank. What is your industry? Identify what are the high engagement topics for blog posts for social media. Okay, good. I'm glad that I answered your question, Tara. And industry trends and competitor is good. Exactly. Yep, absolutely. Performance insights. For this last one, performance insights, this one might be a maintenance one, but you could take your data and you won't be able to attach it, but you can copy and paste it and then have it give you, let's say you copy and paste maybe 3 days worth of data that you have, and then it will give you whatever frequency you want. It will give you recommendations to increase engagement, to increase your engagement metrics. All right. So we have 7 minutes. So let me go into the demo. So let me go into ChatGPT. All right, so in ChatGPT, when you go to ChatGPT and you first set this up for the first time, okay, you're going to go here to where it says ChatGPT 4.0 and you're going to click ChatGPT 4.0 with scheduled tasks. Now, it is in beta, so sometimes it can be glitchy. It has completely blanked out on me before. And like I said, sometimes I put in a task and it'll say, I will tell you to, it'll delegate it to me. And then I have to say, no, don't tell me. I want you to actually do it. So I find that kind of funny. So I'm going to just close this out here. So when you do that, when you select that, then you're going to go to your profile picture and you'll click on task. And I have this one from before. I was testing it earlier today. You can delete any existing ones, and remember you can only have 10. So I'm actually going to show you this one so I can show you what it looks like on the back end, how to set it up. So it'll generate the name for you, and the instructions will be generated based on the instructions that you input. And I'll do that in just a second. If you click view chat, it'll just bring you back to the chat. And then here with the schedule, here's where you can decide the frequency. Do you want this just one time? Do you want it daily, weekly, monthly, annually, or custom? If you select custom, it'll give you some custom times there. Okay. And so you can also pause it. So let's say you don't want to continue. You can also pause it. And then here is where you set the time. Okay. So I'm actually going to delete this one because I want you to see what it looks like. So when you first land you do it for the first time, this is the landing page and it'll give you some suggestions. So for example, once a month, check for cool local events, or summarize AI news every week, pull together a few date ideas every Thursday, or try your own. So let's do this one and see what happens. But instead of once a month, so let's say let's do every Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, right? Yeah. And let me do 12, let's do 12:26 p.m. And let's see what happens. So what it's going to do, it's going to start thinking and it'll say create a task and it'll say got it. And then here, this is where you actually have to make sure, you always have to double check because it is in beta. So it did it correctly. So this time it listened and it said search for cool local events like art shows. And I could actually add to this and say send this information in table form. Okay. And it's actually, let me not do that because I don't want to mess it up. So it's 12:26 already. I'm going to delete that from there. I'm going to refresh. Sometimes it is a little late. So we'll give it a minute. But while we're doing that, while we're waiting for it, it is going to send an email to me to give me the information. And then that email, I can click on it and it'll bring me to ChatGPT. But I could edit this here, like I said, like I wanted to add it for give me the information in table form, or with the templates that I showed you, you can get a little bit more detailed and do the chain of thought type of prompt. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Here it is. So here's some notable events happening in San Francisco. So I guess it defaulted. I should have. Here's where I need to edit it. I don't live in San Francisco. I live in New York. So I can actually do that. I can edit it here. I can come in here, edit, and then change it. Local events in New York. And then I would have to, I could leave it for, change it. Let's say I wanted it again today. Let's do that. I can change it for, I'm just curious to see what'll happen. Let's do 12:28. Okay, but just to take a look at the results, it will give you sources. So notice that these are March 19th, so it's pretty up to date. March 19th, and if you click on it, Notice that the sources are legit. It's pretty accurate. Okay, and so it gives you all different kinds. You can customize it here to what you want and edit it there. Now, something else I want to show you is here in your settings, if you want to get those push notifications on your phone, if you have the ChatGPT app on your phone, you can go to notifications and then tasks, and then you can set push or email. And so I have them both. I like getting them both. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to create another one. Actually, I'm going to show you. Let me go here and show you some of the ones. This is the one that I did early this morning to test it. So every day, send me a workout plan at Wednesday, 11:25. This is when I was testing it right before I joined. Take into account what we did the previous day. Now, I've never done this before where I'm telling it to remember. I do have my memory set in my settings, and ChatGPT knows a lot about me because I have the memory set. But I'm curious. I'm going to check it tomorrow to see if it brings back, if it references any of these suggestions. So that's something to experiment with. So it did give me a workout plan. I haven't done it. Um, here is another example of the Athens itinerary. So I said, send me a daily itinerary every morning for Athens, include restaurant recommendations, must-see sites, and include images when possible and links. So it didn't give me any images, but it did give me some good resources here. Perfect day in Athens. So I think that would be really fun to be. Oh, and there it is. And you could see new chat, must see New York concert. So you see, you get that little push notification there. Let's take a look. So here were the ones from San Francisco. Here are the ones from New York. Let's see, from March 19th to the 26th. Pretty awesome. So there's an art fair going on, and see, affordable art fair, Philharmonic, concert, amateur night at the Apollo, idols invite. So this is amazing, right? It saves me so much time there. Now, another really cool one, I'll go ahead and do one more. Oh, we're at time. I'll go ahead and do one more. I get carried away here. Let me go back and start one more. So again, you go here, task. I think I did set it for 12:35. So if you have to drop, thank you so much. But I just want to show you one more. So send me a daily meal plan. Ensure the meals are easy to cook in less than 30 minutes. I do not like to cook. Okay, so let's see. And then I'm going to put a daily meal plan make sure you always put the specific time. So 12:32 p.m. And let's see how it goes. Okay, and while we're waiting, I am going to jump back to the deck, and I'm going to let you know. So everything that I've shared with you today, DM me and I'll send you the deck. There's tons of templates and resources if you want to use it just for fun here, to share with someone else, to teach someone else. You could build your personal team. Think about your role. Think about the task within your role. So here's a template to do that. And again, like I said, you can reverse engineer it and just ask ChatGPT to give you the different task and the prompts to use. And then these are other sources. This is the announcement and the directions coming directly from OpenAI. This is how to set it up. So everything I've demoed, but you have the video. And then this here is just a PDF of A through Z. My name is T𝗵𝗲 from A to Z. I'm always going to give you the A to Z. So A to Z ways to try ChatGPT 4.0. And thank you so much. If you loved this webinar, which I hope you did, and I hope you found it helpful, please put yes in the chat. Connect with me if you're not connected, and check out my AI Fast Track It's on Saturday, April 26th. We'll spend an entire day together. I'll bring you up to speed. You'll be a pro in AI in one day, I promise you. We'll have a lot of fun, spend 6 hours together. I will take you again from A to Z. You will walk away an AI pro. I do a one-on-one analysis of your industry, of your needs, and we customize and differentiate. I differentiate in your instruction based on your industry. So stay in touch. Please share, let other people know. And thank you so much. And hold on, let's see what the meal plan said. Let's see. Oh, make an easy plan. See, it messed up. See, it delegated it to me. I didn't check it and it told me, tell me to make an easy plan. No, ChatGPT, I want you to send me. So this is perfect that it did that, because perfect way to end the webinar, showing you that the human in the loop, you got to tell it what to do. Send me, not tell me. All right, everybody. I hope this was useful. Again, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys around in LinkedIn. Bye-bye.